We continue to preview the 2025 college volleyball season. Our stop today is Winfield, Kansas, as we get to visit with Ken Brokaw, who is heading into his second season as the head coach for the Southwestern Moundbuilders. Coach, really quickly, let's look at 2024 before we preview. 6-16 in your first season at the helm, 2-11 in the KCAC. Tell us a little bit about last season to bring us up to speed.
Yeah, I would say on paper, numbers wise, a little bit disappointing. Um, we we lost either 5 or 6 matches by 2 points in the fifth set.
Mhm.
So the season could have looked totally different if we could just push through there at the end. But we did make a lot of progress, fought hard, and I think the biggest thing this coming year is going to be looking to like capitalize on those tough matches and be able to grit through at the end and come out on top.
I know your coaching experience is women's volleyball, men's volleyball. You've done it on the collegiate level, on the high school level as well. And one of the other things that in looking at what you do, I mean, you can coach in the track and field area as well, specifically pole vaulters. So tell us
Mhm.
a little bit about the variety and how do you get involved in all those areas?
Yeah, so I knew pretty early on that coaching is what I wanted to do. So when I started out, I would just coach as much as I possibly could. Um, at one point, I was coaching 5 teams in one season. So that became a lot just between different volleyball teams and track. Um, but yeah, I've been on the men's and women's side for college. Totally different game, pros and cons to both. I definitely prefer the women's side, just for like how the game is as a whole, and also like recruiting. There's more players obviously to recruit, and
Works out well. Well, how was your first year in Winfield, Kansas?
I loved it. Yeah, I love the area. The people are definitely the best thing. We have a really good, well, couple of bosses. We have a really good AD, a really good president, and just good group of like coworkers, coaches, SID staff, everybody. So
Well, let's look at 2025 then, Coach, as we look ahead. Gabby Toit, Bailey York, Haley Shaw, names that folks who are familiar with Southwestern volleyball are going to have to get used to thinking about them in the rearview mirror now. They've all graduated, so your offense is going to look a little bit different in year two. Tell us a little bit about who might be stepping up.
yeah, so we graduated all of our starting varsity hitters. So definitely had some shoes to fill on the recruiting end. Um, we have some really talented freshmen and transfers coming in, um, and I expect to be a lot more offensive as a whole. Just bigger, faster, stronger. Um, I think we'll look a whole lot different this year.
We're visiting now with Ken Brokaw from Southwestern here on Midwest Sportsnet, and I encourage you, please take the time, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, do them both. You can like the channel too, that's fine. But we like talking about small college sports and more throughout the Midwest and beyond. Coach, as you have, a new group of hitters coming in, I want to ask about setters too, because the numbers seem to be deceiving, and I was looking over that as we look ahead to 2025. I know in the NAI you have unlimited substitutions, but how much substitutions are you doing with your setters? Are you sending them in and out game by game, match by match, set by set, or are you seeing substitutions even more liberally within the sets?
Yeah, we definitely take advantage of the unlimited subs. One thing is we made a setting change about halfway through the year, just kind of figuring things out. Um, Another thing that would bring that number down would be our setters. If they weren't setting, they were serving for a middle most of the time. So that would bring down their assist per set. Um, but yeah, we have 3 really talented setters returning, with Reese, Natalie, and Lauren, and we also have some talent coming in. So just look forward to getting in the gym and seeing how it shakes out.
And, to that point also, I mean, your team averaged nearly 2 aces per set last year too. So that would cause the assist number to go down if you're getting your points from a different direction. And I totally understand that. Fairly local girl from Augusta, in Avery Riedel, coming back for her senior year, averaging just shy of 4 digs per set. Tell us a little bit about the back row.
Oh yeah, Avery's awesome. Great leader. Gives 100%. Definitely glad to have her back. Um, we have she's got some competition too, both returning and freshmen coming in. Um, so it's never easy keeping that libero job, just because there is always so many like defensive specialists. So I know this past year, Kalissa and Riley were always pushing her. So I kind of expect more of the same. And we have, like I said, we have some talent coming in. So.
All right, Coach. The opportunity I take with all of our previews this summer is to get to know you at least a little bit. So my question today to you is, what is your favorite 80s song or favorite 80s band?
I don't know if this would be 80s or 70s. I'd have to brush up on it. But my favorite band of all time is the Eagles. So I'm pretty sure they're 80s.
They they made it into both decades.
Okay.
They may have actually been, I don't know. They've gone pretty far into the 70s. They were into the 80s as well. So, and then you get some people like Don Henley and Fry coming out of that as well. So they had some solo stuff. But yeah, you're exactly right. Okay, go with the Eagles on that one. I would ask you then, as we look ahead to 2025 from a general standpoint, then let's talk about the schedule. We've talked about the players some. You obviously have the KCAC schedule. You get to go through again pre-conference. You go to invitationals at both Siloam Springs and Oskaloosa, Iowa. Tell us a little bit about your schedule.
Yeah, so we were just looking to play as many as possible to get ready for conference, because it really has become a powerhouse of a conference, really the top half, which is where we want to be. So I want to branch out and play some tough matches, and just be prepared for that. Play early and often, and hopefully be ready to go by conference.
All right, Coach, we'll be following the Mound Builders this season. Thank you very much for taking some time with us today as we get to visit now with Ken Brokaw heading into year 2 with Southwestern. And again, we appreciate you previewing your team.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.